Recording Sri Pushtimarg Laksanani. Verse 12. Vidyamanasya dehaderna sveyatvena bhavanam parokshepi tadartitvam pushtimargaha sakatyate. Vidyamanasya dehaderna sveyatvena bhavanam parokshepi tadartitvam pushtimargaha sakatyate. When the Lord is experienced as present, there is no selfish possessiveness for the body, etc. It is surrendered to the Lord for his service in the Sanyog state of consciousness, or his being present in that service. When he is felt to be concealed, then it becomes meaningful. This is the blessed path. There should be no selfish tika. There should be no selfish possessiveness in or excessive attention paid to the sustenance of the body, etc. Rather the attitude that all things belong to the Lord. In the mood of separation from the Lord, however, the body is sustained because it might just be useful to the Lord in his service. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, passages describing the Rasa Leela, when the Lord conceals himself, the gopis state that they only stay alive to search for him. They only stay alive to search for him. Sri Vallabhacharya has commented in his Sri Subodhaniji, "For you, Krishna, we maintain our breath." Bodily identification and selfish concerns for its maintenance are huge obstacles for a devotee of the path of grace. But when the strait of separation prevails, one keeps oneself alive and decent in the sole hope of meeting the Lord. Just as in daily life one cleanses and beautifies the body for the sake of the Lord's pleasure alone. That is verse 12, verse 13. Bhajanam yatra sevyasya nopakara kriti kvachit poshanam bhavamatrasya pushtimargaha sakatyate. Bhajanam yatra sevyasya nopakara kriti kvachit poshanam bhavamatrasya pushtimargaha sakatyate. Where the worship of one's beloved Lord is never performed with an expectation of reward, but rather for the sake of growth and nourishment of one's divine sentiment, know that to be the blessed path. Tika. The root practice of the path of grace is service to one's own beloved Lord. It is never done with any expectation of reciprocation, only out of pure love and with the attitude of humility and service. The reciprocation that is received, the grace of the Lord, and not a reward for effort, is the nourishment of the devotee's divine attachment and the divine love in their heart. When the Lord, age 7, told the Brajavasis to worship the Govardhan mountain equal to his own self, instead of the demigod Indra, they did so lovingly and willingly. When Indra sought revenge for this insult by sending destructive deluges to the land of Vraj, Sri Krishna held up the mountain like an umbrella over the Brajavasis' heads and protected them all. The love for Mount Govardhan and the Lord in the form of the upholder of the Govardhan hill, Giridhari, Govardhandhari, is still to this very day most evident. The love and attachment for the Lord that arose then is still growing, even now. That concludes verse 13, Tika. Verse 14. Bhajanam bhajanasya kriyate phaladanaha prabhuna yatra tadbhavar pushtimargaha sakatyate. Bhajanasya pavadona kriyate paladanataha prabhuna yatra tadbhavat pushtimargaha sakatyate. Where for that very reason the Lord falls within the fruits of his worship. The Lord withholds the fruit of his worship. Know that to be the blessed path. Where for that very reason the Lord withholds the fruits of his worship, know that to be the blessed path. Tika 14. In the Ras Panchadhyay, the 5 chapters of the Srimad Bhagavatam, where the Lord's play with the gopis is described, we see how the Lord separated the gopis from himself so that they would experience dire pangs of separation. Although they had renounced everything for his sake alone, the Lord still removes himself from their company until their humility and surrender are perfected, at which stage those desperate pangs ensure the total purification of their hearts, total one-pointed devotion to him alone, with not even a shred of self-satisfaction remaining. Their sole motivation is his pleasure. By this stage, knowing him and also loving him, they recognize that there is no life without him. Such is the appropriate fruit, and this is why the Lord distances himself. That concludes Tika 14.